take off. Sorry, my geese. You have to take off that fitting down there. All right, guys, really? I don't know if we can see it. It's that one right there. Yeah, that one. And then the 4 bolts are just on the front side of that plate that you'll have to take off through the pulley. I don't know if there's another line you have to take off, probably. But I will update you as I get through this. Obviously, you have to take the serpentine belt off, and I'll see what I can do for right now. Alright, so the 3 bolts, I think there's 3. The 2 bottom ones, or the ones closest to the bottom, I was having a lot of trouble getting them from the top. The one on the top you can get from the top pretty easily. It doesn't slide out, and I think that has to do with the amount of dirt that's in there. But that's a me and my truck problem. So the bottom 2, you can see the one's already loose, and then the other one, I'm just about to start to loosen it. I'll let you know if there's more than 3. I got the bolts loose. There's 3. That's all it's holding it. It's loose now. These were very difficult to get out, I think, because of the dirt, like I was saying. So just, you have to pull them out best you can. If you can get something behind them, you can kind of wedge them out. Just be careful though. I think the pulley is plastic. I'll find out when I get it all the way out. Now that it's loose, to get it out, there's not enough room up top. Way too much stuff in the way. But as you can see, I got the wheel off, and we should be able to get it out this way. But on the bottom of the reservoir is that little guy. That'll have to be taken off before you can get it all the way out. So to loosen that bottom fitting, you need a 5/8 wrench. I thought you'd have to loosen the upper part, but apparently the lower part will unscrew, and then probably get ready to catch all the fluid. So as you can see, once you start to undo it, which you should break it with a long, well, at least I had to. You had to break it with a long 5/8 wrench, and then once you break it, you can use a stubby to get it in there until it's loose enough, and then you can just hand loosen it. I was able to sneak it up through the top. 4 hands are better than 2. It was very difficult to move them past those hoses, but I got it, and this is it. So there's 2 bolts, I think. This one and that one that hold the reservoir on. I think it's there's 3 bolts. There's 1 more bolt in there, so that holds the reservoir on, because you'll need to get that off if you're like in my situation where they don't have any fully assembled ones. I have to actually pull the pulley off mine and the reservoir. I did order one off of Amazon, but it is not the right one, not by a long shot. So I gotta return that one and get I'm just gonna take this one apart and bring it to my parts guys in my town and see if they can match it up. Alright, I got the pulley off. The pulley was metal, which is nice because I gave it a lot of punishment and a few choice words. So what I found is that depending on the year, 2011 and 2012, they use a 14 millimeter fitting for the, I believe it's high pressure side, and after that they used a 16 millimeter fitting. So it's been very difficult to find a 14 millimeter pump. So what I'm going to hope to do is one of two things. I'm going to take this fitting out and hopefully I can get it into the new pump, or I've ordered a 16 mil hose, high pressure line, that I hope I can undo the previous hose from the booster, I believe, and use that hose and change the whole system to 16 mil, I hope. And oh yeah, the bolts, the 3 bolts that hold the pump on are either 1/2 inch, which is really snug, or I believe 13 mils, which gives you a bit of room. Oh, I got the new pump. I put it in. It's working perfectly. The issue with the 14 and 16 mils, I guess, wasn't an issue because the fitting was the exact same one. So I think they messed up on the pump description because it was only a 14 mil. The hose they gave me, the extra hose, had a 16 mil fitting on the end, so I would have been screwed. So installation was a million times easier than removing it. Just get the pump, snake the pump down in between these lines. You'll have to pull them back one way or the other. You have to pull them back, and you can get the power steering pump down in there. And then you have those 3 bolts, the really long bolts. I had trouble because I threaded 2 in and got them kind of snug, and then I couldn't get the 3rd one in, so I had to back off the first 2. So I would suggest you just hand screw them in just a few threads, get all 3 of them threaded before you tighten them down. And then once you tighten them down, you can proceed in any way you want. You can put the belt back on. You have to put the hose for the reservoir back on. You have to put the high pressure line that goes up over here, one that I did not need to change, thankfully. And then I think you are good to go. Well, you have to fill it back up and then try it out. Hope this helps, guys. Have a good day.